Peace, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, MellowNeptuneWaters. My name is Marsha Nicole Wilson, and I invite you at this time to subscribe to my channel and also click on the notifications bell so that anytime I post readings, you are notified. You get to have first dibs on the readings, and you don't have to go find it. It's going to come to you. All right. Also, go ahead and follow me on social media. I'm on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram at MellowNeptuneWaters. Let's go ahead and jump into deep breathing, and then I'll get into the reading. This reading is a general reading. It's a weekly reading for your sun, moon, and rising signs. So if one of them doesn't resonate, go check your other placements. We are reading for November 17th. I'm looking at my calendar. November 17th through November 23rd. Okay, but let's go ahead and start with some deep breathing. Sit up nice and comfortably. If you're driving, I would skip this part. Feel your body softening. Feel your eyebrows, your jaw, your tongue, your hips, your knees, your ankles, your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders, starting to soften and relax. We're going to do 3 deep inhales at your own pace. Feel free to pause or fast forward. Inhale through the nose, filling up the belly with warm, fresh air. And as you're exhaling, you're releasing old, held energy that no longer serves you. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Oh, yes, Lord. So good. All right, beautiful people, let us dive into your reading. Also, before we do, we are in Mercury's retrograde, aka micro braids. We're in the shadow period, so this is where you might start to see things shifting. Things might seemingly start to slow down. This is when this is an opportunity for us to be intentional about interactions, about conversations, about effective and efficient communication. I'm very pro Mercury retrograde. It requires me to be intentional and really vigilant and not paranoid, right? So, those are the practices we can take outside of retrograde. So there's that. And then we just had this beautiful full moon in Taurus. A lot of us have been activated in declaring the path that we require for ourselves. It is declaring the authenticity that we came to this earth to be and to operate in. And we at that place of like, by any means necessary. So congratulations to those of us who have made that decision and who are starting to take those leaps and seeing where it takes us. All right, beautiful people, let's jump into your reading. Capricorn, hello. This reading is for Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Make sure you check out your other placements. I also invite you to like and comment on this reading as it helps with the algorithm. It helps other folks to find me. This is for the week of November 17th through November 23rd. Let's see what message Spirit has for you. Capricorn. This one is a flipper. 4 of Wands. It did show up in reverse. This could be, we'll see what other cards come out. This could be the start of, it could be a pause to a relationship. Yeah, yep. Because then you have the Hermit card. Excuse me, you might be putting a pause on a relationship, an engagement, an endeavor, and slowing things down. You are deciding to slow things down, possibly so that you can get more clear about yourself, about your path, about your decisions, about your interests. And my goodness, what an eager reading. I'm seeing the Hermit. I'm seeing the Moon card. And I'm seeing the 6 of Discs. Yeah, you're definitely wanting to give back to yourself. There's maybe been some neglect that you've had in a relationship dynamic, especially if it was romantic, but any relationship dynamic. And right now, Capricorn, you're deciding to give back to yourself. You're needing a break. You're needing reprieve. This may, if this is romantic or whatever relationship dynamic it is, it may not be permanent. It may not be for good. It might not be by forever. At the very least, you have to, and you're requiring from yourself to get back in touch with who you are and what it is that you want and desire. You're slowing things down so that you can get your points in alignment and that you can get your life and your sense of security and grounding and alignment. Yes, you had the Hierophant that flipped over when all the cards fell. You had the Moon card. You're really getting deep, and this is really, especially with this Hermit, you're on a spiritual journey. Capricorn, you are very much on a spiritual journey. It feels like you are getting deep revelations about your path. You're getting deep revelations. These could be messages from ancestors. This could be you realigning and redirecting your focus and them showing you or returning you to your inner knowing. You could be reconnecting with previous spiritual practices or new spiritual path, something that just could feel very different for you, but it's calling you forth. And it feels like it's feeding something in you. But for some of you, especially with the Six of Discs, this spiritual path or this knowing, this information, this practice, maybe it's a spiritual practice, maybe even a religious practice that you grew up in, you're being called back to some aspect of it. There's something in you that is resonating with it, and it's like in the Christian faith, coming back to Christ, or feeling backslidden, or whatever terminology. So you might be feeling like that, and you might be feeling like you're having to go back to get yourself. Really what it is you're going forward to reconnect with the you that you are right now and are moving into, because there's no need to go to the back to the previous one, right? Because that'll just lead you to what you're trying to transition and move out of. So you're moving forward, you're slowing things down, you're correcting the path. And by correcting, it's not that you were on the wrong path, but correcting it as in recalibrating and realigning it so that it makes sense for you. You are putting yourself back into the forefront of these things. This could be a situation where you did not really consider yourself or prioritize yourself. Seven of Wands. This might have been a practice and honestly, I say this is a practice. Maybe this was a religious practice, or maybe this was a connection that you had with a spiritual practice that you are shifting from. Maybe spirit is taking you out of that and into a new understanding, expanding your understanding. But the Seven of Wands, if this pertains to your relationship, maybe you were feeling like you couldn't be yourself in the relationship, or that it wasn't as safe or as liberating to have the beliefs you had. Maybe you were incompatible, and it could be an amicable separation, but it feels like you were perhaps always having to, or feeling like you were needing to defend yourself. You had your guard up, and you're choosing you now. You're choosing yourself by any means necessary, and taking whatever bullets, whatever arrows that are thrown your way, because people don't understand. But there's so much in that, so much light. I'm seeing the flame in the background. To set ablaze, you're setting your own path, and it's waiting for you. You know what I mean? It feels like you've already kind of created it. You're just now accepting it. And what I got a moment ago was that, let's see what your angels are going to say. What I got a moment ago was that you're inspiring other people. Capricorn, you're inspiring other people in these decisions that you're making for you, possibly because they've never seen it and or because they admire you and the risk and the courage to realign with who you are. Angelic protection. There's such a powerful covering over you this week, this energy. It again, y'all, we are in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, so going back is the theme during this season, especially for you this week. That's being kickstarted for you, Capricorn. You're going back to your roots. You're going back to some aspect. Maybe it's religious and or spiritual practices that are indigenous to your cultures. Tap back into that, because there's something instinctual, something innate within you that is yearning for that. It is instinctual, and baby, yeah, it's there for you. It's very much there for you. Take care, Capricorn. Love you. I will see y'all next week. Bye.